So this is not financial advice, but people need to really think about what they're doing in this market cycle right now. I think that people need to be accumulating while they can. People can obviously do what they want, but they don't understand this shift that's taking place in terms of Bitcoin supply and what is happening in the overall market, how we're entering adoption, because this is all going to accelerate very, very quickly. And many people are going to get left behind because of that. So for example, many people don't realize that the Bitcoin supply on exchanges is actually expected to run out in 9 months. All right. This is from Bybit. This article is actually has a lot of good talking points in here. But we're at this point now where we are at the 3-year low in terms of BTC supply on exchanges. You can see that even since the height of the bull market cycle, we are at insanely low levels in the amount of available Bitcoin. And this has only been exacerbated because of institutional money starting to flow into the market in a big way. Now, again, what they also said was that with this in mind, it's unsurprising that Bitcoin's price may continue to climb before the halving or even afterward as the supply squeeze propels the price to another new record. And again, this has been a consistent trend, guys. This isn't turning around. It's not going backwards. It's only getting worse. There is only less and less and less supply available. And guess what? As many of those long-term minded holders are picking up supply, they're removing it from exchanges. It's not available in the market. What do you think happens as we get further into mass adoption? Once we get into these post-halving times, it only extrapolates even further. And what's even more interesting about this is what they said is, we believe that not all institutions have been able to gain exposure since the approval of Bitcoin spot ETFs in January of 2024, as their investment mandates restrict them from investing in new products that have been in the market for only a few months. Guys, I've said this a bunch of times. This is just the toes in the water. This is where things are only beginning. These are the small drips. What happens when that faucet is open completely? Now, why this is important for alts is obviously this money is flowing into specifically Bitcoin. Bitcoin getting removed from exchanges is what this is focused on. But many people tend to ignore the fact that this is actually a positive catalyst for alts as well. This removal of supply, this acceleration of BTC has set many assets running throughout 2023, late 2023 into 2024, ADA included. ADA went on some very nice runs along the way, and a big catalyst for this was the BTC price movement. What do you think happens as BTC begins to accelerate once we get into alt season? Because retail adoption tends to happen at a higher rate later in the cycle into alts than BTC. That's where you're going to see a lot of these ones at the top gain a lot of demand, a lot of optics. ADA is one of those coins. ADA historically has done well during high retail adoption times. That's the point I want to get to. So we're going to see now an acceleration of capital into BTC, an acceleration of capital into the market, and ADA has been gaining dominance cycle over cycle. Where does ADA price go? Well, I think we get some sort of indication of that. Now, many people, again, I've seen people say that they're waiting for ADA to drop even further, and many people aren't taking advantage of these times. That's fine. Again, people can always do what they want, but don't be shocked when this transition does take place. Don't be shocked when the market does start running out of control again. Right now it's tempered, it's falling, right? We're dealing with what we've historically dealt with around these times. But if we're holding true to history right now, do you think we're going to continue to hold true to history following the halving? Yes, I think we do. And because of that, I think you're going to see ADA, you're going to see many other assets throughout the space go on these mind-crushing ramp-up periods that many people aren't prepared for and aren't positioned for because they haven't taken advantage during these times where the market's down. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys. Pay attention. I know that things may change as, the economy does whatever it does and institutions do what they do, but this is the direction we're on currently. We'll have to wait and see if it holds. But I appreciate you guys as always. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. Let me know down below, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.